Development PLC. We mainly invest in agribusiness. So we are now about 3 years in Ethiopia and 1.5 years in operations.
Our company is called Africa Sustainable Aquaculture, or ASA in short. And as you know, as Ethiopians, ASA means fish in Amharic. And we're starting the first commercial and sustainable fish farm in Ethiopia. And we're going to produce quality tilapia for the local market and for export in the future as well.
I have Via restaurants in Bole Atlas, and we serve food from all over the world.
Our company is called Abyssinia Ballooning, and of course everybody knows the word Abyssinia, the old beautiful Ethiopian empire. And we are the first hot air balloon company of Ethiopia.
Why not?
Well, we came here on an invitation by a friend of ours, and we wanted to start a business because we believe that stimulating business, starting new sectors, really helps the country to develop. There was a huge demand for fish because the lakes are overfished, but still nobody has started with aquaculture yet, so that's why we decided to start with fish farming.
Ethiopia is a very nice climate to grow vegetables, so we mainly grow vegetables for export. They have a lot of good fertile soil. There's abundant water available in the area, and it's very competitive compared to countries like Kenya and Tanzania.
Just a coincidence, I met an Ethiopian man many years ago. He came to our company in Holland and he asked me, shall we start a balloon company in Ethiopia? So now before I could say yes, I wanted to see Ethiopia because I didn't know the country. And then I went here and I fell in love with the beautiful people, the culture, and also the potential of what I thought of balloon company.
Now, doing business in Ethiopia, is it easy? And I often get this question. People ask to me as the Netherlands ambassador, because we have much more business than many other countries. And then people ask me, why is it easier for Netherlands, more easy for Netherlands companies than for all other companies? And this is of course not true. It's not really easy. We have a lot of problems, or a lot of, it's better to call them challenges. We have a lot of challenges, but the way we see it, that as an embassy, we are there to help solve these challenges, problems, and we work together with Ethiopian authorities, with several other partners, and very often we succeed. So if you were one of those who thought that doing business for Netherlands companies was different or easier than for any other, that is a fairy tale.
Very good. I'm very happy with the mentality. They're very punctual. They're eager to learn and also hardworking. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
It's a very nice experience. Yeah. As I mentioned, we are working in Amhara region, so very pleasant. There's a lot of labor available, hard workers, very good commitment, a lot of motivation. So we are happy working with them.
Not everyone speaks English, so for me as a foreigner and I don't speak fluent Amharic, it's kind of challenging. And they have different principles about some issues that for me are super normal, but for them are not normal, or the other way around. So it's sometimes challenging, but overall it's really good.
The Ethiopian government really supports us. Well, as I said, we're the first to start with fish farming, and yeah, we felt very welcomed. And well, yeah, they really show that they want this sector to develop as well as being an alternative protein for the local people.
A lot of things have been promised. At the end, promises have been made, and also they came true, but it took time. So you have to be very patient as well. Yeah.
The government is very supportive. They are a bit suspicious about what you want to do, how you want to do things, but when you clear out yourself, they actually are really nice and try to help you as much as they can.
I am here to tell you that it is possible in Ethiopia to have a perfect oasis, which is the opposite of a perfect storm, in which innovative thinking, political will, an ethical workforce, and the express market need can come together to change the history of a country. And I'm here to tell you that Ethiopia is no longer a wild card. I actually heard that being referred to just yesterday in Nairobi, somebody said, Ethiopia is really still a wild card. And I said, no. Ethiopia is the land of possibilities. So I'm here to tell you that crazy dreams are not to be thrown out, but rather to be nurtured and celebrated in the new Ethiopia that I believe we're all creating together. So let's do it. Thank you.
Have patience, a whole lot of patience, and be determined. You do want to get your business down here because it ain't easy. But besides that, it's worth the effort, but be very patient.
I would advise take your time. Don't think that things will go fast. Be passionate about it. I always say passion and patience are the key to succeed here, and maybe also a little bit of persistence. So that's what I would advise them.
In our sector, the vegetable sector, it's quite young. There are not a lot of exporting and producing companies. So my general advice is do your homework very well before getting into the adventure.
Yeah, the most important thing when you come from Holland and have a company is first to have a period, let's say first a few weeks, then another few weeks, and then a few months, where you get to know the people, get to know the system, the government system, the business climate, and take your time in starting a company. So do your homework. And also, what is very important, in Ethiopia, don't go for fast money. It does not exist. Let's say fast money never exists, because it always backfires on you. Any entrepreneur who tells you that it's that way, I think is not a good entrepreneur. What is most important in doing business in Ethiopia is have patience, understand that it will take more time, but you do have a lot of potential, and will work if you respect the people correctly, like everywhere. Respect is the most important thing in the world. Then you can have a wonderful business.
I'm Eline van der Veen. I work for the Netherlands Embassy in Addis Ababa. I'm the Aid and Trade Counselor, which means I work for private sector development in Ethiopia, trying to make it an interesting place to invest. And I'm the contact person for companies who might want to invest or trade with Ethiopia. Sometimes you think, what are we going to achieve with such a trade mission? After being on the road with 24 companies and knowledge institutes for the past 4 days, I've been talking to them a lot. Most of them said that they will be doing business in Ethiopia or going to invest and start up a new project here. That leads, of course, to new jobs in Ethiopia being created, to knowledge transfer, building up capacity here, and to economic growth within Ethiopia as well. From the embassy, we always promote sustainable investments, ones that contribute to your inclusive economic growth, so that we can find the best way for Dutch-Ethiopian cooperation. We work well together with the Ethiopian government. We are like a marriage. We have to work together, and it goes very well. So in this trade mission, my colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Ethiopia helped in arranging meetings with Ethiopian officials, opening doors for us to be able to present the companies and the knowledge institutes that we have here. It is actually the first time that we have a mission in which we combine investors, traders, but also knowledge institutes. We have a number of companies here this week who are in the dairy value chain, but especially when it comes to dairy, building a factory here or selling your machines, you need a lot of capacity building around it. And it is a whole value chain that we try to approach, both from companies, but also from the knowledge institutes and the capacity building around it. With that, we try to have an integral effect and impact here in Ethiopia.